I'm Marie, and welcome to Food for Thought. Today, we're going to cook with none other but fennel bulb. I'm sure that lots of yous have been to restaurants and have been wondering what the heck is this thing? Well, it's fennel, and on the top this is anise. It's quite tasty. It's really nice with like sweet stuff. So we're gonna start with a caramelized sugar glaze, which sounds fancy, but it's really easy. Okay, so here's our ingredients. We have the chopped fennel. We have about a half an onion and 2 garlic cloves. Then we have 1 green onion for the finish, which I'll show you. It'll be a nice little garnish. And then we have a chicken sausage that I'm gonna cook. And then of course we have some white wine. So when you prepare the fennel, what you wanna do is you wanna cut off the end, like so. And then you're gonna cut it in half, okay? Now this part's very important. Make sure you take out this center piece here, because oftentimes that's actually a little more bitter than you want it to be, okay? And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna chop, chop, chop away. And try to get it as thin as possible, you know, or if you have a mandolin at home. We're gonna start with a little brown sugar, and I don't like to measure things. I think it's overrated. So just sprinkle a little bit of sugar on the bottom of the pan. We're not baking a cake here. We're just trying to sweeten up our fennel and make it taste less like licorice than it does right now. See here, it's already melting. It's almost on its way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start to put a little bit of it in there. And the coating, the caramelization, it offers a little bit of a sealant on the fennel, if you will. So it seals in the fennel flavor, and it also makes it nice and a little bit sweeter than it originally was. Okay, so now we have our fennel that's been cooking in brown sugar that I caramelized before I put the fennel in. All right. So now I'm gonna keep the heat at medium to high, roughly. You don't want it, you know, too hot, but medium to high. Now, then you're gonna add a little bit of salt. Again, no measuring. It's really not necessary. So add the salt. Don't add a lot of salt, because you can never take the salt away that you add, but you can always add more salt. So I add a little bit in the beginning, and then I taste the food throughout. You always got to taste the food, very important. Okay? Because if you're not tasting the food, then you don't know what the food needs. And that's how you get stuck in recipe prison. Trust me, I've been there, and it's like you're stuck in a cookbook and you just can't get out. So now we have a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm going to go ahead and turn it up to high. You know, I'm a big firm believer. Already tastes good. I'm a big firm believer of cooking in one pan. You know, you got little kids running around, you got body over. The last thing you need is more dishes. So here I have just 2 cloves of garlic. I'm going to keep them whole. That way people can choose to eat them or not. And you still have them in there for the flavor. And then I'm going to put some onions over here on the left side of the pan, or the right, wherever there's room. Right? And then every time you add an ingredient, you want to go ahead and re-season the food. Okay? So if you add water, you re-season. You add carrots, you re-season. Pretty simple. And just season the food that you added. Not everything, because it'll all get mixed in there. But the salt brings out the flavor when the food first hits the pan. So you always want to season when it's hot, when it first gets there and the food's like, ooh. Okay, so now that I've let the fennel and the onions and the garlic cook a little bit, I'm going to add some oil, because we haven't done that yet. We just had the sugar in the bottom of the pan. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of oil in here. And that'll really crisp up our fennel. And I'm just going to put the sausage in the side of the pan. When you cook chicken sausage, or you know, pork sausage or beef sausage, or any other sort of animal protein in the same pan that the vegetables are cooking in, when I go ahead to deglaze this with some white wine, it'll be like there's like a live chicken inside your food, but it's like not live, it's like dead, if that makes sense, you know. We have a little bit of anise that I put on the sausage for garnish, and a little bit of mustard because I love to eat sausage with mustard. It's like so delectable. And of course the fennel is underneath, and I sprinkled a little bit of green onions up in there when you guys weren't looking. So that's about it. So I hope you learned something today, and thank you for watching Food for Thought. I'm Marie.